We had a couple of nights in Melrose at Under the Mount. Highly recommended accommodation. Dave got his bike converted to tubeless and a couple of other niggles sorted out at Over the Edge. Again, a recommended bike shop and coffee place. And we decided to get an early start heading towards Quorn. So we had coffee in Under the Mount's camp kitchen and headed off towards Wilmington, hoping to pick up a breakfast there. We're rolling out of Melrose just after 7:30. About to take the rail trail to Wilmington and visit a few gorillas on the way. For no particular reason, we decided to take the rail trail through to Wilmington rather than follow the traditional Mawson trail route. Much of a muchness in terms of distance, but just an interesting alternative.
It's just a beautiful section just coming out of Melrose on the rail trail. There's remarkables on the side there. It's early morning.
Old bridge. And regular distance marker signs. 11.5 k's out of Melrose, or to start down the Melrose showground. That's the track crosses over to the side of the main road. The gravel's a bit chunkier, so it's a little bit slower, and there's a gradual uphill for a little while. Only about 1%. Drags a bit with the heavier gravel. Cutting not being used. As it turned out, there wasn't much open in Wilmington. Owner of the Wilmington coffee shop, which wasn't due to open until the following day, graciously opened and made us and a couple of other tourists a coffee for the morning, but then we had to backtrack a little bit to the general store to find a bit of food to keep us fueled up for the rest of the morning's ride. Now on the road out of Wilmington, heading towards Quorn. With a cross headwind. It's not too bad. The second inconvenience for the day was a puncture to Kim's rear tyre. A bit too big to seal with the sealant, so a plug was required, which we managed to do on the side of the road and got it going again. Plug put in one of Kim's tyres. She's shooting a bit of air and sealant through a rock that made a bit of a hole in the tyre. Seems to be sticking.
Heading off too. The next issue that came up as we crested a rise, there was a massive dust storm off to our right. We stopped and had a look for a while and then decided time to move on and try and outrun it to Quorn. That's where we're headed, but behind us, I don't know whether you can see the wind, behind us is a storm, dust storm, heading our way, so we're going to try and outrun that, maybe good luck. Reckon we'll outrun it? No. Where are we going?
At the top of the last climb before heading into Quorn, the dust was still off to our right, still seeming to get a little bit closer, so we decided to head on down the hill fairly quickly and get into Quorn as quickly as we could. See you down there. When we got to almost the bottom of the descent and a gate to get through, it still looked like the dust storm was coming our way, so we pressed on towards Quorn. Yeah,
We're lucky. We may have got
see
there
it
if
starting to come over the ridge there. We may get into town. If we can't get into our cabins, we might be able to get into a pub.
Yes, shut the door. If we were an hour later, it might have been a different story.
Yes. But I would suggest keeping on moving. Trying to work out what the logic of this ploughing is. dust storm didn't reach Quorn or missed it in some way, and we were able to check into our cabins at the Quorn Caravan Park, clean ourselves up and head over to the Transcontinental Hotel for dinner that night.